Oh, well that's a new way to say free sample. Hello there everybody, and welcome back to After Having Calendar Season, the series on this channel that just keeps on giving and giving and giving and giving. I don't know if you guys have noticed yet, but the tower is more of a tower again, a little bit, because there's this table behind me, there's another section, there's another layer underneath there, a little platform, and various different advent calendars were hidden beneath it, and now they're not. No, they're up there for all of us to see, so we can be rest assured that advent calendar season is here to stay for anywho, today we're going to be doing the Bloomingdale's advent calendar, which is just so fancy. I've never been to a Bloomingdale's. I feel like I've heard about them on TV. Oh my gosh, this is actually quite heavy. This is the 25-day beauty advent calendar from Bloomingdale's, and it's worth $900. I mean, yay, that's lovely, that's wonderful. But $900, the original price for this is $325. I had to just like do a little research, do a little check-in to see if that's actually what I paid for it. That's so much money. It's not. Thank goodness. I paid $195 for this. I think it was on sale at some point, like towards the end of last year, the beginning of this year. I think one of you guys actually left me a comment saying this was on sale, so I went ahead and picked it up. I'm excited to see what this holds. I feel like we've been getting this kind of style design of advent calendar a lot. Like something that looks like, I don't know, the front of their building, or like, what is this? An elevator shaft? Not the shaft part, just the front, like the door. Elevator doors. Oh, what's this? There's a little booklet. That's fun. Oh no, it shows everything. Go look at it. I'm not quite sure if I saw a breakdown of how many like full size, mini size, travel size, sample size items are supposed to be in here. I'll see if the website has any of that information. Oh yeah, Bloomingdale's iconic 59th Street flagship, that's really hard to say, flagship elevators. It is an elevator. But again, I'm not seeing any type of breakdown on like, you know, this many full sizes versus this many sample sizes. I'm hoping for a $900 value and an original $325 cost, there's some good amount of full sizes. So let's go ahead and begin here with the number one and see. This is a skin caviar from La Prairie. It's been so long since I've like seen anything from this brand. I think it's La Prairie, which is a very, very snazzy, expensive brand. So that's fun. Ooh, it's a luxe eye cream. I mean, just so tiny. Oh, it's itty bitty. It does look really pretty though. I like that super deep cobalt blue. This is made in Switzerland. So yeah, itty bitty and tiny, very cutesy. A little safety seal on it just to reveal the ittiest bittiest little tiny speck of eye cream. How wonderful. Oh, complimentary gift. That's a new one. Huh. Okay, interesting. A lot of times the packaging of like these small, like obviously not meant for like retail sell items here, will say like free sample, not for sale, or just like not for sale, not for individual sale, not to be sold separately, that kind of thing. But this one says a complimentary gift. Unfortunately, it's not, at least not to me. I just had to check because I know this brand is like stupid expensive, but my gosh. Okay, so we have 0.1 ounces here. Okie dokie, 3 milliliters. On the Bloomingdale's website here, you can buy the Skin Caviar Luxe Eye Cream, 0.68 ounces, not even a full ounce, for the low price of $435. That is silly. So this little baby pot here, if we're just going off the price of like the big one, is $64. Well, $63.97. I just did a little round in there to be exact. Yeah, $64. Oh, to be rich and live in Switzerland. Wouldn't that be something? All right, day number two, a little bit heftier, a little larger looking. This is from, ooh, it's a Parfum. Oh no, it's not. Okay, I got excited initially because this is that brand that makes the Baccarat Rouge that everybody likes so much, but I think smells slightly icky. But it's a different fragrance. So I was like, oh my gosh, that's exciting to be able to try a different fragrance. Plus, this on its own is probably $7,000. But it's a candle. But I also love candles, so that's okay. This is the Maison Francis Paris Oud Satin Mood. This will be the first thing I think I've ever smelled from this brand that is not the Baccarat Rouge. Look at that tiny candle. That's a little. That smells kind of elegant. It's a little musky. It's really deep and kind of rich. It smells a little like almost on like the masculine cologne-ish side. But I do think I like it. I think I like it honestly better than I do the Baccarat Rouge. But it's just a little, you know, one of these candles will last you for like 2 hours once it's lit. I'm assuming this is likely, yeah, it's a 1 ounce candle, which is just a very, very small amount of wax, but it smells lovely. It does smell really nice. You can buy it for $36 on eBay if you want to, if you feel like it. All right, moving along here to day number 3. Oh, Dr. Barbara. We got something else from Babs here. Another hyaluronic acid serum. I think this has to be like the 3rd one we've gotten during Advent season. Just a little like glass bloopy top bottle of hyaluronic acid serum. Oops, day number 4 is up next. Oh, Sicily, also very fancy. This is a floral toning lotion from Sicily. I'm assuming when they say floral, they likely mean rose. We'll give her a sniff and see. It's supposed to be alcohol-free for dry and sensitive skin. Oh, maybe not. It has cornflower, witch hazel, and oh, extracts of rose. Yeah. Okay. That's kind of light and refreshing, honestly. Maybe it's because there's other things in there and it's not just rose, but it doesn't smell too bad. I don't know if any of these things are like full size yet. I'm assuming the Dr. Barbara Sturm hyaluronic acid is a purchasable size, but I don't think it's like the actual like the biggest one they got or anything. Let's see what we have here for day 5. La Mer. Oh my goodness, of course. Of course, a little tiny thing of the La Mer softening cream would be in a fancy pants advent calendar such as this. Not for individual sale, obviously. Which I do understand, like not for individual sale technically could be referring to the calendar, but usually things like this from brands that are made for not for individual sale are made by the brand itself to be included in like a set of other La Mer products. So these little guys here are definitely, they have to be made for either like sets or potentially if La Mer is manufacturing purposefully for these advent calendars, then that could, I guess, make sense. I don't think that's the case usually. I think it's usually like broken down sets or leftover from things like that that gets put into advent calendars such as these, because Bloomingdale's isn't making this. So they're not telling, like, Bloomingdale's is not telling us, the consumer who buys this calendar, that this product is not for individual sale. La Mer is telling their people who carry their things in stores that this is not to be sold individually. It's meant to go in a set, if that makes sense. It smells nice. It's just, you know, it's cream. It's a little pot of moisturizer, but I'm sure this little pot of moisturizer is like $30 minimum. Oh my gosh, you can buy 8.4 ounces of it for $1,440. If you're really looking to stock up and get a bulk deal, a half ounce of it is $100. We have a quarter, well, kind of a quarter ounce, so 0.24 ounces, $50. I undershot by $20. Ooh, day number 6 over here is kind of a bigger door. Not super, oh. Well, okay. I was hoping for a little bit of a larger product, but we do actually have 2 products in one, so that's nice. The first thing I'm seeing here is from Giorgio Armani. We have an eye tint silk liquid something eye color, liquid satin eye color in the shade Rose Ashes, and then we have a Laura Mercier Rose Gold Caviar Eye Stick. I mean, that's nice, 2 different like makeup products in one day. I mean, again, nice that there's 2, but I almost would have preferred like a full size Giorgio Armani satin, whatever I said earlier. That could have been fun, but instead we have these 2 itty bitty little guys here, which, you know, they actually, like, the colors look nice together. Giorgio. Huh. Well, I guess I don't really see like a scenario where you would be wearing both of these on your eyes at the same time. This is the Giorgio Eye Silk Tint thing. I can't remember what that is. And this is the Laura Mercier Eye Caviar. Definitely a lot more kind of like orange peachiness pulling through in this. When this catches the light, they look very similar in tone, but I personally prefer the Giorgio Armani one. A little bit more neutral. I mean, they're pretty. And I am glad that there are a couple of makeup items in here so far. I think it would have been nice maybe to just have like a full size of either one of them. 7 is up next. Ooh, okay. From Clarins Paris, we have a lip comfort oil. That sounds nice. Oh. In the little lens, when I looked at it, it looked straight up fuchsia. Like the brightest fuchsia you could imagine. Why you would do that, camera? I don't know enough about technology to even begin to explain why this is purple in my eyes. But in real life, that is intensely, aggressively hot pink. Now it is a lip oil, so maybe it's just a really like sheer light, you know, like barely tinted oil. Or okay, you know, or yeah. That doesn't, this is red. That doesn't look like anything I'm seeing right in my eyeballs. Interesting. It's also leaked. All right, I'm gonna wipe off what I have on now just because I'm so interested in seeing what colors is gonna show up. Ooh, it does have one of those really nice, big, like soft, chunky doe foots. I like those. Oh, it smells like cough medicine. Okie dokie. This is red. Putting this color up on here on this packaging was just, that was a waste of printer ink. They could have completely skipped that part because it looks absolutely nothing like that hot pink flap there. But it does feel really good on the lips. Very moisturizing. Okay, I like the outcome of what this could have been. It could have been like way too bright and vibrant for me, but I like the kind of just subtle red. It almost looks like I ate like a cherry popsicle a little bit ago. And then that's just what's left. Ooh, 8 is in a very large door here. That's exciting. Is it heavy? A little bit heavy. Okie dokie. Ooh, it's a box in a box. I love a box in a box. How pretty. This is from Creed. I do love the little box. I think it's very cute. What a beautiful presentation. If you're gonna put one of these little like free sample spritzers in an advent calendar, this is how you present it. This is luxury. All right, so the first one we have here is Adventures for Her. Then we have Carmina, and finally Queen of Silk. Ooh la la. Oh boy, okay. 3 fragrances in one day. That's a lot of sniffing. All right, let's try out this first one here, the Queen of Silk. I feel like that one might be the one I'm most interested in. I just did like I tried to make sure it stayed in a little spot so I didn't spread it everywhere. I'm just gonna let that dissipate for a second. Let's move on here to Adventures for Her. Okay, alrighty. And then all the way down here, we'll do Carmina, maybe. Okay. So far from my initial spritzes and sniffs, I'm not smelling a lot of rose or too like intense of a floral anyway. So let's give these a second to dry down. Oh, there's no muscle tone in these babies. I'm realizing that spraying all 3 on the same arm might not have been the move, might not have been the way to go. They're blending together a little. This first one here, the Queen of Silk, actually kind of has like a rich scent to it. A little bit of like a floral undertone. Oh, why are my eyes burning? Second one has a little like surprising hint of pepperiness to it. It's a little bit like kind of like bright at first and a little spicy. A little spicy. It's kind of becoming a little bit more powdery as it dries down. I feel like a hound dog. I can't sniff out the third one. I literally can't find the third one. I'm just gonna tell you guys what the notes are. Oh, Creed Carmina, 2.5 ounces is $445. Reasonable. It's supposed to be a modern woody floral with sensuous rose demi and a luxurious cashmere wood to create an electric sensibility with the debut of plum-back cherries. What's a plum-back cherry? And piquant pink pepper. Piquant. I've never seen that word typed out before. Piquant. The only time I think I've ever like heard that word even spoken out loud is in A Christmas Story when Ralphie is getting his mouth washed out with soap because it said the fudge word, you know, oh fudge. And then he has the soap in and he said, he was like rating the different soaps and he said that one particular soap had a nice piquant after dinner taste. And that is the only time I believe I've ever heard that word spoken, and this is the first time I've ever seen that word written. Ooh, okay, that was a little bit of a rant, but apparently one of these smells piquant. I still don't know what it means. Moving along here today, number 9. Oh, of course, okie dokie. Oh, at least there's 2 things, so that's fun. You have 2 little items here from SK2, the face mask and the toner. These are becoming fairly standard items to receive in advent calendars. You know, a lot of our more like luxury fancy advent calendars, we see these items particularly in there quite a bit. These masks are supposed to be really good though. I have heard fantastic reviews, but you don't only get one little mask, as you can see on the back there. This a sample, and I can't say that I've ever used the toner, but again, you do get only 1 ounce of this, and it also says a sample on the bottom. So, you know. Alrighty, moving along here to day number 10. Ooh, this looks like it could be a full size. I'm thinking that the Clarins was also a full size. We have like 2 full size items so far on day number 10. Interesting. Okay, this looks a little bit different. We tend to see, like with the SK2 stuff, kind of some trends of items that reoccur in these advent calendars, but this one looks a little bit different. Oh, what fun packaging. It's square. That's, you know, that's a little bit different. This is from U Beauty. It is a resurfacing compound with key ingredients, retinol, vitamin C, and multi-hydroxy acids. Oh, hey, they use recycled plastics. Well, that's nice. It says our patent pending capsules are engineered to precisely dispense ingredients where needed. Oh, that sounds like an incredibly familiar sentence that I've read before. For instantly visible results with minimal irritation. It's like I'm having like little itty bitty flashbacks. That sentence sounds incredibly familiar. So potentially scratch what I said about this being a product that I haven't encountered before, because perhaps I have. That's the fun part of having a non-fully functioning medulla oblongata. I think that's what I was attempting to say. I don't think it has anything to do with memory. Anywho, a resurfacing compound does sound interesting. I bet I can't screw this off easily because it is square. Yeah, I can't. I want to sniff it. Oh, I can take this part off. I didn't anticipate that. I thought that the white stuff was the product. It has like this like double layered like clear and then there's white. I thought the white stuff was the product. It's not. It's actually like an oil, kind of a yellowish oil. 11 is up here at the top, kind of flat and thin. What are you? Ooh, another Parfum. This one is from Fiore di Amore. Mi amore, mi amore. On the top of this one here, it does say complimentary, not for sale. Not even like not for sale is anything besides the set, just not for sale. I just don't know how they get around that, but oh, hey, I know what this brand is. It's from Bulgari. This is a fancy brand, isn't it? I'm fairly certain it is. I also really like this little bottle. That rich red is super pretty. We get 0.34 fluid ounces, which this is a very lovely size free sample. It's quite large. I was letting it dry down a tiny touch as I was looking it up to see what like notes and stuff are in here. I don't know if I'm loving how it's smelling thus far. I should have checked. I should have waited. I should have read this first before I spritzed it on me. Okay. Yes. So this is a fresh, youthful aroma. Problem for me is that it is being overrun by the absolutely magnificent rose bouquet that I'm smelling, is what it says on here. Come on. My very sweet husband just surprised me with a Diet Peach Limeade from Sonic, and that's so nice of him. Okay, yes, the perfume is rosy. It is quite rosy. If you really enjoy rose, I'm so happy for you, and I'm so glad that there are so many different, especially fancy things. Fancy things love putting roses in things. So I'm so happy that there are so many options for scents and smell and stuff for you. Unfortunately for me, this is gonna be a no-go. That's it. I want the no-go. That one, yeah. Alrighty, date number 12 is up. What did I say it like that? It's up next. I think I might have been trying to read this Nutriv part and just This is the Re-Nutriv from Estée Lauder, the ultimate diamond transformative energy eye cream. Well, I feel like even though I know it's expensive, there's not a chance it's going to be as expensive as that La Prairie eye cream there. We've seen it. Yeah, we've received this a few times throughout Advent Calendar season and multiple times like throughout Advent Calendar seasons like of the years. Oh, has the bottom always been like faceted like that though? That's kind of fun. It looks like a kaleidoscope from when I was a child. All right, moving along here to day number 13, halfway through the Advent Calendar. Oh, interesting. Okay, this is from OC, which we've received stuff from them before. Usually it's like bottles of face cleansers or lotions, but this seems different. This is a Undaria cleansing body polish. That sounds kind of fun. My tongue's a little bit numb, and I'm thinking it's honestly from the rose perfume. I don't know why. It started going numb as soon as I sprayed it. Oh, seaweed looks good on you. I would say not. This is a physical and an AHA exfoliant. Oh, that might be nice for the KP on my arms, honestly, because I feel like I need both. I need like the chemical and the physical exfoliation to really help get rid of that stuff. It's just kind of like a thick, kind of transparent paste. It says this innovated gel to milk refining body polish will give you healthy looking skin. It is supercharged with, oh, that's seaweed, the Undaria is seaweed, a microbiome-friendly formula that gently cleanses and washes away dead skin cells. That's actually really nice if the physical exfoliation part of it is made of seaweed instead of little microbeads, microplastic. Moving along here, this is very, very lightweight. Today, number 14. Oh, heavens to Betsy. This is another perfume. Oh, it's not. It's mascara. Okay, okay. This is from Trish McEvoy. I don't think I've ever heard of that person before. This is a high volume tubular mascara. This is supposed to be, oh, it's really thin. Interesting. So it says this better than waterproof high volume tubular mascara lengthens and lifts each lash to perfection. This innovative tubing technology forms a 360-degree coating around each lash that dries instantly and wears perfectly all day. The thinness of the tube, like look at this little tiny skinny wand. It's just so different from like what we see with kind of standard mascaras. I have about 47 layers of mascara, so I don't know if this is gonna work. I keep ripping off all my eyelashes because of stress, and lashes keep disappearing along with the mascara, so I have to put on more and more to make it look like I have any lashes. So you will just see what happens here. Probably nothing, because they're already very junky. I'm just trying to see if I can like make what I already have on longer. I truly don't know if that looks any different at all whatsoever. Yeah, I'll do a better test on this when I actually have naked lashes, but I just think it's a little bit different, which I like. Oh, and it's also now on my eyelids, which I like a bit less. Shit, it dries instantly, Trish. I don't know about that. All right, day number 15 is up next here. Oh, a little tiny itty bitty bottle. We have another perfume. Not for individual sale, of course it isn't. Oh, Joe Malone. We've been seeing a lot of Joe recently. Joe's been popping up kind of everywhere. This one is English Pear and Sweet Pea. Part of me wants to say we might have smelled this already. I need like a massive like list or something, or some type of like database I could like type things into and it'll pop up and let me know if we've already tested this stuff out. I'm kind of excited about this though. I like the idea of the smell of pear. If you remember, we got this perfume from the TikTok shop for one of our like TikTok shop test things. This is Pear Potion, and I was really hoping it would smell very peary, which I guess it kind of did, but it wasn't like a nice like juicy pear like I was hoping for. So we'll see what their take on pear is on this one. Good bliss. I sucked it straight in. It smells pretty good. I do actually think it smells pretty good. Not that kind of like juicy, sweet, ripe pear that I have been looking for, but it smells nice. You can tell that there is sweetness to it. It has a very kind of green scent to it. Almost kind of like a green scent to it, like an English garden or something is what this smells like. Moving along here today, number 16. Oh, I about said, looky, we have two things, but instead it's just this and that. So maybe just one thing. Next up here, we have a Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cleanser. It took me like 3 separate times to get the word Kiehl's out of my mouth. This is a gentle liquid formula that cleanses without over drying or stripping skin. That sounds really nice. It is for all skin types, so to be very mild. It is only 1 fluid ounce of it, so kind of sticking with the theme of like not super large products. We have like maybe 4, maybe 5 items in here that are full size so far versus the rest being smaller miniature size items, sample size items, those kinds of things, which that's not the best ratio. All right, you guys, so here in a second, I'm gonna pop up looking different. And that is because we are leaving like right now to go to Cincinnati so that we can get Ren's eyes fixed. He's getting his cataract surgery. Hopefully they're gonna do a few more tests to see if he like can actually have the surgery, and then they're gonna do it, and I hope it goes well. I'm so incredibly nervous. But we're leaving right now. We're gonna go up to my aunt's house, spend the night there, and then in the morning, like super early, we're gonna go to the doctor. So might be a couple days before I see you guys, but that's what we're doing. I'm really, fingers crossed, prayers, thoughts that Ren's eye surgery goes well, and he'll be able to see again, because right now he really can't. The poor little boy, he can't see nothing. So I'm very excited, but I'm also very nervous. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Hey guys, okay, so remember me from like 5 seconds ago? Okay, yeah, so me from 5 seconds ago had every intention of ending that video so we could go get Ren's cataract surgery and then coming right back the next day, restarting the video from that stopping point, and just continuing on from there. However, unfortunately, it has been several days since I last filmed the first part of this advent calendar, and even more unfortunately, the reason for that is because We did run into some complications with Rin and his cataract surgery. He's doing okay. He's doing okay. But I'll give you guys like a whole, like, we'll do like another get ready with me life update video, and I'll go into detail on that kind of stuff. But he is doing okay now. We just have had to really tend to him and take care of him for the past couple of days. So I haven't really been able to film too much, but we're back and we have to finish this advent calendar. But the only problem is now, I don't know where we left off. I don't. Oh, there's two separate holes. Okay, so one of these boxes on my desk, 12 and 16. I'm gonna go with the bigger number because that would make sense. Did we already talk about what was in day number 16? I hope so. I really do hope so. Oh my goodness. Can you not go in this hole? Where else could you possibly have come from? We're just gonna move on to 17. We're gonna be fine. Charlotte Tilbury! And it's something a little tiny bit different than we typically get. Day number 17 here, we have a Glowgasm Beauty Light Wand High Blush. I was gonna fill in that high part with highlight blush, but it just says high blush. Oh, this is looking familiar now. Okay, I don't know if I've ever seen like the actual outer packaging for this product before, but I feel like we've definitely seen this product. I'm interested in seeing the color. Ooh, that's fun actually. So when you press the top there, it just kind of like squidges out a little applicator on the top. Ooh, what a beautiful shade. It's pigmented. Oh my heavens, it's very pigmented. I personally wouldn't call this necessarily a highlighter. High blush might work to where it's, you know, more of like a luminous kind of creamy blush. Oh, okay, once you start working it in, it's not nearly as intense. At first I was like, even attempting to call this a cream highlighter might be a little, you know, a blush might be a more appropriate term for it just because it was so intensely pink. But once you like really work it into the skin, that like super pigmented pinkness kind of diminishes a little bit and you're just left with kind of a subtle glow, to be honest. It is pretty though. I don't think I've ever actually like physically applied this to my face. We've definitely received this product a few times, but this might have been my first swatch, to be honest. I think it's kind of pretty. Oh, and I also think it's a full size, which is really nice because if I recall anything from a couple of days ago, which you know that's hard for me, we really haven't seen too many full sizes in this advent calendar, and it's a pretty pricey one, so it's nice to see a full size item. Alrighty, next up here, day number 18, silica gel. Oh, fancy! Very fancy. We have a little bougie parfum, a little scented candle from Diptyque Paris. Ooh la la fancy. This brand makes some of the most ungodly expensive candles I've ever seen. Unfortunately, I feel like I can smell perhaps some rose or something emanating from this little box here. It says, my first inclination was IBS. It does, I mean, those letters are there, but I don't know why that's, I mean, I guess I'm just like personal experience like coming out or something. B-A-I-E-S perhaps? Base? Not 1000% positive, but what I am 1000% positive of is that on the bottom here, it says gift, not for sale. And I will point out again one more time, standardly, typically, gifts are something that you receive for free. I did not receive this for free. And the people who paid the full price for it definitely didn't receive it for free. So that's just like an interesting thing to have on an item inside of an item that you paid a lot of money for. But here is the itty bitty tiny little candle and the large versions of these candles. And when I say large, I mean like a standard candle size candle. They're like $90 or something absolutely insane. But this one is just itty bitty little baby. Oh, berries. Okay, so on the Diptyque website here, it says B-A-I-E-S bays slash berries. So maybe in French, berries is bays. Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking a little bit there. So it says the tangy scent of blackcurrant berries blended with the fragrance of roses with their lively flowery accents. Nature in all its glory. A small version of this candle, this is not the small version by the way, is 2.5 ounces and it's $46. I'm assuming this is a 1 ounce candle. Oh, 1.23 ounces, my goodness. The classic candle is 6.5 ounces, okay? That's $76. it gets even better. Hold on. The medium, all right, 10.6 ounce candle, okay, is $115. It doesn't stop there. Hold on, hold on. We're into the large candle here, okie dokie. 21.2 ounces. Okay, $230. And then finally, the Papa Bear, the big mama of all of their candles, the very large candle is 51.3 ounces or $430. Is this daggone paraffin wax? I gotta know. What you put in here? Why won't they tell me what their candles are made out of? They're composed of primarily mineral waxes, okay? Which leads me to believe it's paraffin. Just a real quick Google search here. What is a mineral wax? Mineral waxes are generally obtained from the fractional distillation of petroleum, shale oil, or coal. Examples of purified mineral waxes are paraffin and then others. So because they're being sneaky about it, I would assume that this is a paraffin candle. Now, like, there's nothing inherently wrong with the paraffin candle. A lot of candles that people really enjoy are made of paraffin. It is raining the cats and dogs out there. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry if you guys can hear that in the background. So the issue with paraffin is that it just doesn't burn like as cleanly as maybe some other more natural waxes like soy or beeswax, and breathing in like the paraffin oils and stuff might potentially not be the best for you. I also didn't see anywhere on their website mentioning like if their fragrances were phthalate free, sulfate free, anything like that. Can you all hear me? That's a lot. For a candle to cost that much per ounce, for me personally, like I feel like there's gotta be a reason. It's a fancy name, it's a fancy brand or whatever. Like I guess the candles smell very strongly, they smell really nice, but I just feel like there needs to be something in the candle that makes it worth that much money. Sure, it's handmade, but like my mom also hand makes candles, and our 9-ounce candles are $13, and we use 100% natural soy wax and phthalate free fragrances. So like I'm just trying, like I just feel like there needs to be a reason. There needs to be a reason why it costs that much money. And I guess it's just because the brand is fancy, which, you know, we see with a lot of this stuff. Okay, sorry guys, that was a very long candle rant. Anywho, let's go for the next day, whatever the next day is. Okie dokie, day number 19. All right, I'm seeing a little lid here. What's we got? Oh, a texturizing spray from Orbe. At first, when I saw just the dry word, I thought it was gonna be dry shampoo. And I initially got excited because I have a couple of oil stains on some shirts, and I've heard a trick that if you spray dry shampoo on the oil stain, you can get rid of it because nothing else will get those suckers out. I've been like wiping them down with Dawn, nothing. So I was like, ooh, a stain remover, but not exactly. So this is a dry texturizing spray. It says shake the spray wherever you want volume. Everywhere, please. Oh, well that's a new way to say free sample. On the back there, and just the ittiest, bittiest, tiniest of writing, it says a small indulgence, not for sale. That is a very fun way to say free sample. I do like that. A number 20 here looks like a really nice sized door. Ooh, and it's hefty too. What's we got? Of course. Of course. Augustinus butter is what we have next. Oh, but it's very different though. I don't think I've ever seen this from the brand before. I honestly didn't even know they made hair care products. This is called the hair oil with some numbers and letters with TFC8. Oh, it's got a big like droppery thing that is broken. Oh no. Oh, well, that's a shame. I think potentially my little like pressy button here isn't supposed to be this sunk in to begin with or something, because it doesn't really actually suck up any of the product. You can get a little tiny couple drops there at the end. I'm thinking potentially this is supposed to move up and down more to give more like sucking action, and that's not happening. Oh, it smells I was kind of hoping it would smell nice. You know, if it's something that's supposed to like actually stay on your hair. It does smell just kind of oily. It has a very oily scent to it. It says apply 1 to 3 drops to clean, dry, or towel dried hair from the mid links to the ends. It's supposed to smooth and add shine for all hair types. Since you are supposed to put it on like either dry or, you know, damp, but it's supposed to stay on your hair, I do kind of wish it smelled better. Really smell the oil, which honestly makes me wonder how new and fresh this is. Just because that oil scent is really coming through. I don't know if my little checker thing has Augustinus batter though. Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't look like any of the batch code places that I do like check occasionally different products. It doesn't seem like they have this brand listed on there. It could absolutely be fine, and I'm just picking up on like the oil scent. And it does look like a full size also, so that's really nice. On their website here, it seems like this is a $60 oil. Oh, okay, well hey, okay, maybe the scent, that's just how it's supposed to smell. Because in this, the one review of it on their website with 3 stars, it says, not impressed. I wanted to love this, but I have not noticed any discernible benefit after a few weeks of use, and the scent is off-putting. So yeah, okay, maybe that's just how it smells. All right, 21 is up next here. We're getting kind of close to the end. Sorry, I've been rambling a lot. I haven't filmed in a couple of days, and I get that real nervous, rambly energy. Oops. Oh, Shiseido. Oh, you know what? I did actually see a comment recently on my channel. Someone said that it's pronounced Shiseido. This is the Ultimune Power Infusing Concentrate, and this has something called Immune Generation Red technology. Of course, not for individual sale. It has that fun little Shiseido packaging that's like, I don't know, just the shape is very different. I kind of like that. What do I do? Does not tell me at all. It's okay. According to Ulta.com, this is a potent antioxidant face serum with a lightweight formula that visibly reduces signs of aging, amplifies hydration, and boosts radiance in 3 days. That's pretty quick. That's pretty good. 1 ounce of this bad boy is $75, and we have 0.33 fluid ounces. So whatever. What is 75 divided by 3? What? I knew that. Please don't. I promise I knew that. I promise I knew that. All right, moving right along here to day number 22. This looks kind of large. Oh, it's not, but that's okay. It has that fun name, Sulawesi. Sulawesi. I'm not 100% positive, but I like that name. This is a gentle cleansing foam. Okay. So definitely not very large here if it's just a little tiny thing of cleanser. It's just like, that's just a small little thing cleanser. Alrighty, day number 23 is up next. I say it's real lightweight. I wonder what, oh, but there's another thing, that's good. So we have a little face mask here from Decorte. This is the White Logist face mask, and then we have a Decorte White Logist brightening correcting serum with kojic acid. This does say right here, right on the back, sample not for sale. This one just says not for sale. Doesn't necessarily specify it's a sample, but it's not supposed to be, again, sold for monetary gain. Inside that box, we just have a little tiny bottle here. This is 0.2 fluid ounces or 6 milliliters. So a day of free samples. A day of free samples. They probably spent more on cutting this piece of foam right here to fit perfectly this little box than they did on the product itself. But I do, it's almost hard to say appreciate, but I do appreciate that at least if they're gonna put a free sample in one day, that sometimes there are 2 free samples instead of 1. That's something. My face is hot, it's burning. Is it red? Ooh, interesting. Okay, day number 24 here is like vertical wise. That's fun. Oh, it's another sheet mask. Okie dokie. Day debut! Our day debut! Oh, that actually feels really good right now. My face is on fire. Something about this looks a little like a toilet seat. I don't know why that's the first thing I thought of. Anywho, I don't think we've ever received a Clé de Peau mask before. I know it says Clé de Peau now. At first I didn't. That's where day debut came from. But day debut is a lot more fun to say. Oh, this isn't even for your whole face. This is a vitality enhancing eye mask supreme. So this just goes around your eyes. You're only supposed to leave it on for 10 minutes. Oh, that's interesting. How many do you get for your 158? 6! You get 6! It looks kind of cute. Can y'all see like the mask there? It looks like a really like nice, happy, smiling bald man. But you can get 6 sheets for $158. $26.33 a mask. For $158, can't you just go get some like Botox or something around your eyes? Are we really like, surely that'll buy you some pokes of some sort. 5-star rating with 20 reviews. Who are you insanely rich people? What do you do for work? Well, dang, I don't know. These reviews are really good. Everyone's saying it's like an instant eye lift. Maybe I'll keep this for a day when I need to look lifted. Alright you guys, that brings us to the final day of the Bloomingdale's advent calendar, day number 25 here. Let's go ahead and see what we got. It's heavy, it's clanky. Oh, okay, different, interesting. This is from Another 13, which I Never heard of that before. That's pretty fun. What's really interesting about this, it says that it's like a natural perfume spray, but it also says compounded for Bloomingdale's Happy Holidays. So this is like specifically specially made for the advent calendar, or I guess potentially Bloomingdale's in general, but it's in the advent calendar as well. That's actually really fun. That's different. That's kind of nice. Yeah, that is kind of nice. At first it was smelling a bit more, maybe like a brighter floral or something, but as soon as like that made contact with my skin, it started smelling a bit more like rich and a little vanilla-y. That smells pretty good. Oh, I like it. Oh, okay, well, I might have been a little just like kind of in general across the board a little bit wrong about this perfume. So the name of the perfume, like the brand, the company, is not Another 13. It's actually Labo. Another 13 is the name of the perfume itself. And I'm guessing it's something that wasn't exclusive, at least for like Bloomingdale's holidays or for just this advent calendar, because you can buy it kind of, you know, right now immediately. So it wasn't like, you know, just an advent calendar thing, which would have been kind of cool. And I guess it's not exclusively a Bloomingdale's thing either, because you can buy it at Saks and other places as well. Okay, regardless of all of that, the scent itself, I actually really like it. As I was just kind of scrolling through looking at some, you know, the information on this perfume, I came across a Reddit thread about it. Its description of this perfume is it's somehow simultaneously cold and warm, sharp and soft, which I fully actually agree with that. At first I was like, this is gonna be very bright, kind of cold, that makes sense. A little bit sharp as well, but like as soon as it hit my skin, like the softness and the warmth came through. Totally get that. But then they go on to say, like a disguised human hiding in a world meant for robots. It smells like metal and also like a baby's head. It smells like cigarettes, mundane life. It's kind of heartbreaking. What a unique take. What an interesting unique take. The baby's head. Do I get that? Somehow, potentially a subtle hint of baby head. Yeah, okay. How does that make sense? It does though. I don't really get the cigarettes, which I'm happy about because I absolutely cannot stand the scent of cigarettes. So yeah, what an interesting review. I like it. I think it smells really good. Alrighty folks, okay. I somehow managed to film for an hour and a half the last 9 days of this box. I don't know how I managed to do that, but I did. Actually, I don't know how I managed to do that. I talk too much. I'm nervous. So that is everything for the Bloomingdale's advent calendar. And I think if I paid $325 for this, I would be a little bit more upset. Still, I paid $200 for it, which is a lot of money. Some of the products in here, like the tiny little candles and stuff, those are kind of like, they're fun and cute. I was making fun of how expensive like the diptyque one is, but it's nice to have like a little super expensive fancy thing like that you typically wouldn't. It's like getting stuff like that in these advent calendars is fun. I just don't like it when they dump all their free samples into an advent calendar. Unfortunately, some of these guys were actually full size, so that's good too. I don't know, I feel like $325 is, to me, an insane amount, but let me know what you guys think. I'll show you everything here and you can give me all of your thoughts and opinions on it. I'll be really interested in knowing what you guys think. Alright you guys, so for this overview, I decided I was gonna do 4 little stacks here instead of 3, so that way we could kind of make a couple of distinctions between some of the smaller size items. So let's start down here at the very end. Everything in this pile here is an honest to goodness sample according to its own labeling, its own packaging. Everything in this pile says sample, not for sale. Even the fancy cute little candles say sample, not for sale, or complimentary, not for sale. So everything here is a true, honest to goodness, free sample. Next up, this little pile here is our not for individual sale pile. So all of these little guys are, you know, quite small. Definitely some are sample sizes, but on their packaging, it just says not for individual sale instead of like true free sample. Then over here we have minis and travel sizes. So I included these little spray samples in this pile because from Creed you can buy a discovery kit with like 5 to 6 of these little spritzers in it, so that's something you can actually buy from the website, but they are, you know, obviously minis. And then this little guy down here, this perfume that smells like baby heads apparently, it's $107 for 0.5 ounces. It's still like a miniature travel size, but like $107? And then finally at the end here, we make it to our full size items, all 6 of them. I mean, there are definitely some expensive items in here, like the hair oil, I think we said was like $60. This hyaluronic acid serum is like $110. So like some expensive items, some potentially less expensive full size items as well, but out of 29 items here on the table and inside this advent calendar, 6 of them are full size. A $325 advent calendar initially, 6 full size items. The rest are, you know, this big, with the largest stack in the breakdown here being actual, true, honest to goodness free samples. I feel like I wasn't really sure on this advent calendar when I was filming the video. Like, I was like, oh, I don't know if it's that bad or not. But seeing it all laid out like this in front of me, I think this is kind of egregious. Like, that's the comparison. That's way too many free samples versus full sizes for my liking for a multi-$100 advent calendar. Let me know what you all think down below in the comments. I would be really interested in hearing what you guys have to say. But yeah, that's all I have for y'all today. Thank you so much for watching. Please go ahead and consider subscribing if you would not mind. It means the absolute world to me. I just hope you guys have a lovely, wonderful, fantastic day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!